Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Hi, I'm Dorina, co-founder of Quo. You might know us as OpenPhone. My dad is a business owner, and growing up, he always kept his ringtone super loud so he'd never miss a customer call. That stuck with me. When we started Quo, our mission was to help businesses not just stay in touch, but make every customer feel valued, no matter when they might call. Quo gives your team business phone numbers to call and text on your phone or computer. Your calls, messages, and contacts live in one workspace, so your team can stay fully aligned and reply faster. And with our AI agent answering 24/7, you'll really never miss a customer. Over 90,000 businesses use Quo. Get 20% off at quo.com/business. That's QUO.com/business. And we can port your existing numbers over for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward.
So dopamine, what is it? A basic definition would be that it is a basic definition, I say neurotransmitter. Yeah. I'm assuming such a high level of intellect. Yeah. Okay, so a basic definition would be that it's a neurotransmitter and hormone released in the brain. Although many regard it as the so-called happy hormone, dopamine does not give us pleasure itself, as it's commonly thought. Dopamine motivates us to do things we think will bring pleasure. So as the brain's major reward and pleasure neurotransmitter, it's what drives us to seek pizza when we're hungry and sex when we're aroused. The part of the brain where this pleasure is released is actually incredibly close to where we release pain as well, and we'll get into that a little more later. This is increasingly important as we understand addiction further.
Okay, so from it sounds like having high levels of dopamine sounds like a bloody good time, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And therein lies the role that it plays in addiction. The more dopamine a drug or behaviour releases, the more addictive it probably is. So, for example, chocolate increases dopamine above baseline about 50%. Sex is 100%, nicotine 150%, and amphetamines are about 1,000%.
1,000%. I think the sex going up 100%. I think that depends on who you're having sex with, though, doesn't it?
Good point.
Yes.
Good point.
Right, let me get this right. Drugs and alcohol lead to a spike in your dopamine levels, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And as we've already established, high levels of dopamine is a good thing, right?
To an extent, yes.
So what's the problem?
Okay, so allow me to introduce you to a wonderful term called the dopamine deficit. In much the same way Sober Curious was the term that opened up your mind, Vic, dopamine deficit has answered a lot of questions for me. Our brains, being the natural party poopers that they are always fighting to remain chemically balanced. Imagine a weighted scale, okay? What goes up must come down. The further the scale tips to the side of high dopamine levels, the further it must tip the other way to even things up. This is what many of us feel as a hangover or a come down.
So even if you're not drinking, you might feel this low after scrolling through Instagram for an extended period of time. The small hits of dopamine you get from social media are counteracted soon after.
Exactly. So, Vic, talk me through your feelings of a particularly intense come down or hangover. What does Vic in a dopamine deficit look like?
Well, as a drinker, I would describe myself as a dopamine hunter. I don't know whether that's a term, but I was definitely looking for a hit.
And I reckon probably still in most people's sobriety, they're on the hunt for the dopamine hit they're not getting from alcohol.
Yes, in a different form. If I didn't get the effect I wanted, I was searching for something else. Any sort of dopamine deficit for me meant that I was on a general downer. I felt like I had to have something else to prop up either my personality or my social life. I often felt depressed if I was on a come down. I was looking for something to replace the high. I felt like my life was generally rubbish. I felt unmotivated, a bit useless, lethargic. I was bored and had low self-worth. So all of the things I felt on a come down were the things that you feel when you're depressed, pretty much.
Yep.
Similar feelings. I guess it's that chemical imbalance happening in my brain. The lack of something that I knew was going to get me high made me want it more.
That makes sense.
I think that's addiction probably summed up right there, isn't it, Hamish? What about you?
So I obviously felt the same feelings as anyone in a hangover: tiredness, headaches, regret, generally hating my life. But allow me to focus on two more interesting points when it comes to dopamine. So the first is what we consume in these moments. Often it's foods that are high in sugar. I remember we talked about Coke being the black doctor, or chocolate ice cream to clear the head. Also, many of us took the route of drinking our way out of a hangover. Hair of the dog. Do you actually know why we say hair of the dog?
No, I've always wondered what... we say hair of the dog.
As we say hair of the dog.
Our dog, Sandy, has just knocked on the door. Come on, Sandy. Here you go. Here she's coming in. Sandy! Hello. Come on, sit up here.
We talked about Rosie. She got jealous.
Yeah, we talked about the Rosie dog from Adam Buxton. Now Sandy's here. I'll put a photo on. She's looking at me like, oh, thank you. Come on then. You can go and sit up here. Come on in. Oh, she's such a lovely girl. Anyway, yes, so, hair of the dog.
Do you know why it's hair of the dog?
No, I've never questioned that expression for some reason.
I know, nor have I. So
Weird.
I've done a bit of research. Originally, the expression referred to a method of treating a rabid dog bite.
Right.
Where the hair from the dog was placed in the wound.
Right, that's odd.
So in that sense, having another drink or any drink is like taking hair from the dog that bit you.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. I always wondered
I don't know if it works.
Yeah, the hair of the dog.
Yeah.
No, the hair of the dog's just numbing out the pain.
But even putting dog hair in a cut.
Well, we'll try it. Sandy's here.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a cut. I can cut your leg open.
No, I need her to bite me. It has to be her bite.
It can be arranged.
Okay.
She's a vicious little sod.
Well, yeah, we'll get her going. Sugar and obviously alcohol release dopamine in our brains. So when we're in a dopamine deficit, our bodies crave these as a short-term fix. Right? Makes sense.
Okay.
Secondly, allow me to focus specifically on motivation, which until recently I did not know had any kinds of link to dopamine.
I didn't know that at all. So when you're talking about motivation, you just generally mean a feeling like motivated generally in life?
I think it's both. I think it's motivated to find things that make you happy and also motivation generally. Okay. That's what I understand from it.
Did I talk too much? Should have handled that. I just let it go. I wish I would stop.
Overthinking
so much.
Take a breath. You're not alone. Counseling helps you sort through the noise with qualified professionals. Get matched with a therapist online based on your unique needs and get help with everyday struggles like anxiety or managing tough emotions.
Visit BetterHelp.com/randompodcast for 10% off your first month of online therapy and let life feel better.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Yeah.
So more than anything, my hangovers were affected by a complete loss of that motivation. Motivation to be healthy, which explains binge eating, drinking, smoking, whatever it was. A lack of career motivation that made all the worse by the fact these hangovers usually fell on Sundays before the start of a long week. And I reckon that explains the high number of sickies that are pulled on a Monday.
Yeah.
Also, if you're an employer and someone calls in sick on a Monday, you know what's up.
We've got your number.
They know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to tell you about the time I asked if I could leave work early on a Friday because I was giving a speech.
Oh, yes.
And the boss said, give it to me now.
Yeah.
There was no speech.
Yeah.
I was like, bosses are smart.
Of course, if anyone wants a Friday afternoon and Monday morning off, they're
People
generally...
know.
Yeah.
Or it's a bank holiday Tuesday and you pull a sick on the Monday. Like, come on.
Everyone knows. I don't know why we thought we were getting away with that for so many years.
Sometimes a lack of motivation for me was even just getting off my sofa.
Yeah.
Those are the days when my step count would be below 100. You know, it was like I walked to the door to get the pizza for lunch or dinner and then back to the sofa.
Yeah.
I'd be actually interested to know the record low step count
I bet it was
days.
like 1.
That would be, well, 1, you're not even going to the loo.
No.
I reckon I've definitely done under 100. I'm not sure if I've ever done under 50.
I knew a guy whose step count would be 0 because he used to line up milk bottles next to the sofa when he was hungover and piss into milk bottles. And then put them on his windowsill. And when you went into my house, it was my sister's flat in Ealing, and he used to go in and I looked up and I was like, what's that on that guy's windowsill? And he had bottles of piss lined up outside the window. Yeah, because he couldn't be bothered. He used to piss in them when he was hungover and then he couldn't bother to throw them away and put them on his windowsill outside.
Oh, that's
what
insane.
A weirdo. Yeah, it was gross. You always get one gross person at college, don't you?
That is true.
It was me, actually.
If you're thinking I haven't got that person, you're the person.
I could show you I'm really good at pissing in milk bottles.
Oh, no.
Go on, get one now, Hamish.
Oh, no, I don't want this. Yeah, and the last thing I want to say is, when I was hungover, that would often, obviously more recently, be accompanied with just endless phone scrolling.
Oh, the worst.
And Anna Lemke, she actually writes that our phones have made us dopamine junkies. It's like every scroll on our phones feeds this addiction.
Yeah.
Because dopamine is now more accessible than it's ever been.
Okay.
You don't even have to get off the sofa to leave. You know, you get dopamine from exercise or sex or whatever. And now we get a little bit of it just from scrolling on a phone and seeing a page, something that we did got a like. So we're even more addicted to it than we've ever been before.
Gosh, yeah. I was just going to say, Hamish, that I am definitely addicted to those dopamine hits on my phone. Mm-hmm. And I hate it about myself. And as you know, on holiday, I had 6 weeks off my phone, which was enlightening, quite honestly. And I'll definitely be doing it again. Mm-hmm. I have to be on my phone. That's the problem with that sort of addiction, is that a lot of people are running their businesses on their phone, or they're running their lives on their phones. So therefore, you have to be looking at it. I mean, that could be argued, but I do think it's difficult. It's like drinking and eating addictions. It's like you have to drink and eat to stay alive, like not alcohol, but there's problems there, isn't it? It makes it harder for ourselves to not be searching out something that we do need to be looking at anyway. Yeah. It's very hard.
Let me share a quick tip, which I only heard yesterday, it was the sleep expert was on Diary of a CEO, and he said, if you are going to have your phone in your room, you're only allowed to use it standing up.
Okay.
Which is quite a good tip, isn't
that
it?
It's really
we just lie in bed and scroll for ages, and it's first thing in the morning or last thing at night.
And if I'm bored, I'll just go and lie on the couch and just flip through Instagram reels with my son.
So if you do it standing up, then you're allowed it in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's very good advice, actually.
I haven't done it. I'm not coming here.
Standing on one leg.
Yeah, nice. Skipping.
Yeah. One of the dangers of standing on one leg, one of the dangers of consuming a dopamine spiking substance like alcohol over and over again is that we build up a tolerance to it. Just like you can drink more and more like you did when you were 14, you also start feeling less of a dopamine hit.
This is something that has been proven not just in drinkers, but in skydivers. Their dopamine and adrenaline are so regularly spiked that it's very difficult to affect their dopamine levels in regular day-to-day life.
Oh, that is fascinating, actually. So they don't get as high unless they're doing the one thing that they know is going to give them the hit.
Well, it's like ultimate tolerance, you know? So we build up tolerance to alcohol because we drink a little bit all the time. If you drink a bottle of vodka every day, skydiving every day, dopamine doesn't know what's inspiring it, then it's harder to have the normal everyday spikes.
Yeah, God, I think we need to get into skydiving, Hamish.
Hell no.
No. The issue with this is that it takes more alcohol to get your dopamine high and leads to a longer lasting and more intense dopamine deficit period. So we know the role that dopamine played during our drinking years, but what about its role in sobriety?
Well, to explain this, Vic, I need to let you into one of the most unfair parts of going sober.
Oh, goody Kane, be my guest.
When going sober, you might just feel worse before you feel better.
Oh, bugger.
So trained are our brains in this manufactured, chemically altered high levels of dopamine that when alcohol is removed from our lives completely, we can experience one of the all-time lows or deficits. The reason for this, and why we encourage everyone to give up alcohol for at least 30 days, is because that is how long it takes for the dopamine levels in our brains to recalibrate.
Gosh, 30 days.
30 days.
So I reckon that's probably why people struggle a bit, isn't it, in the first 30 days of sobriety? Like, we always get questions like that on Cuppa, don't we? Everyone says they feel better, but I don't feel better. Yes. I'm struggling. I can't sleep. People really struggle in those 30 days and often relapse. This is an incredibly important truth that we try and remind people of throughout our podcast. Sobriety is a long-term win. It ain't easy for that first 30 days. It can be incredibly difficult, which is exactly why, what I just said, some people relapse. Not only can going cold turkey leave you feeling worse off than before, but it also doesn't fix all the issues that led you to developing a drinking habit in the first place. These will take time and a bit of work on yourself, not to mention some time with a professional too. Of course, we always ask you to see a professional about your drinking. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Mr. Monopoly here. Monopoly is back at McDonald's. Register in the McDonald's app so you're ready to... Get your bag! 2 ways to peel for a chance to... Get your bag! Physical peels with select items and digital peels with others to... Get your bag! Play Monopoly at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No purchase necessary. See rules at playatmcd.com for full details and amoe.playatmcd.com to play without purchase. Ends November 23rd, but bonus play ends November 2nd. Monopoly is a registered trademark of Hasbro. Copyright McDonald's.
Hey, neighbor. This holiday season, Birch Lane is here to help you celebrate with friends and family. From guest-ready dining tables to cozy sofas that fit the whole crew, our classic furniture and decor are crafted to last. And with fast, free delivery, you can be ready for holiday hosting in days, not weeks. So you can spend time on what matters most. It's classic style for joyful living. Shop Birch Lane, a Wayfair specialty brand at birchlane.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh, yeah, really depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
okay,
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it, yeah.
And you know what, don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.